Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you are watching from. Sincerely, that day Nnamdi Kanu was um, picked up from Kenya, the day we saw him on TV in Nigeria being um, charged, I felt a stab, a deep stab. Now, let me tell you the fact. You don't need to agree with Nnamdi Kanu for you to feel that stab. For me, it was like the Igbo people were stabbed. It was like Nigeria is doing anything they like to us. That is how I felt. I felt so bad. Yes, quite all right. A lot of us might not agree with certain things. But then, I feel the Igbo man was stabbed. Hey! What I felt that day, it was as if I couldn't eat. And as an Igbo man, I know you felt the same way. Meanwhile, I want you to watch this video and we'll be right back.
Well, what you must know is that Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage on behalf of the famed unity of Nigeria. That's what it's all about. It's as simple as that. If you mention his name in certain circles, they don't want to hear it because they feel like he threatens the real estate called Nigeria. And his Igbo makes it worse because Nigeria's DNA hates the Igbo for attempting, in the 60s and, towards the end of the 70s, to leave a country they said is no longer favorable to their existence. But I keep saying, and I will repeat here again, is there any Nigerian out there in their majority who has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Not many. That's why people are living in droves. Each time you get on a plane leaving this country is full, each time it's coming back, probably full too, but it is those who are coming back to pack their things that are coming back. That's the way I describe it. But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage. He was abducted from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. The fact that he's kidnapped from Kenya could not be explained shows that any judicial pronouncement or processes after that is null and void. You cannot go and kidnap somebody and bring them before a court. And the courts have made it very clear, even up to the Supreme Court, that he did not jump bail. It was the military that went to his house to kill people, and then he escaped. And now you have brought him back. You ought to respect and restore his bail. That's what I told his lawyers. Why are you applying for bail again? Because the Supreme Court made all the pronouncements except releasing him. And I think it was because they were afraid. And that's why I say he's a hostage to this country. And like you rightly said, there are other people who have made even more egregious pronouncements and fought and carried arms in this country. And you have not treated them the same way because they're not Nnamdi Kanu's, their name don't sound East. And I'm not here to fetish being able. But the reality is that they are not treated fairly. And Nnamdi Kanu is part of the reason why that is clear to everybody.
Right.
And by the way, I must also reveal here that there are some Igbo elites who are behind this. Whenever there's a crime of conspiracy against freedom fighters, there are people inside and outside who are working together.
That was Omoyele Sowore. Yes, so Nnamdi Kanu is simply being held according to him. Now, let me quote him so that some people will not start saying this and that. I'm quoting him. I'm trying to explain what he said. Nnamdi Kanu is simply being held just for Nigeria to remain one. They feel it's a threat. Now, the second reason they are holding him because he is Igbo. Because they look down on Igbo people. Because some of our people made it so. There's somebody that said the other time that Nnamdi Kanu was only being kept because the Igbos allowed it to happen. Because Igbo leaders, they got the consent of Igbo leaders. Because they got the approval of Igbo leaders. That is what somebody said the other time. They say, if not, but somehow, some of the times, certain things could be done against your pride, but you will not know. Like I said earlier, I might not totally agree with Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, that is fact. There are certain things I've heard from him that I will not agree with. But the day he was brought in, I didn't just see Nnamdi Kanu there. Because I had, the celebrations at some quarters, and I was like, this is disrespect to Ndi Igbo. The way celebrations were being held in circles in different parts of Nigeria that is not southeast. So this is a Trump down upon Ndi Igbo. Igbos attempted to secede. The question should be, why did they want to secede from Nigeria? And not that you should see it as an offense. You should be asking them, why do they want to succeed? How can we mend things so that they will not be thinking secession? That is what they are thinking. That is what they are supposed to do. And not to harm people who are agitating. And these people have given you reasons. This is why we are agitating. Like somebody will complain, I'm hot. You slap the person. Stop complaining that you are hot. And you are hurting him. Instead of you to stop hurting him, help the wound heal. But you kept hurting him and you don't want him to cry. And like he said, remember I said I'm not rolling out my opinion here. Like he said, listen carefully. Many had mentally succeeded from Nigeria. There are a lot of people you call Nigerians today, not just the Southeast people, a lot of them. They don't believe in one Nigeria. And that is why he said many are living in droves. Many are not planning to come back. I was speaking with a lady the other day, a 75-year-old lady, 75 years old lady, through WhatsApp chat. And she told me she managed to take her children abroad to a particular part of the world. That she's not thinking anything Nigeria again. She's even telling me, bro, know how to come out. Know how to come out. That the place is hell. Now, even your president, look at it. Yes? Look at the flyer. Even your president, don't think they like it. Some could come back. You think they like the country because they want to exploit the country while it lasts. Even your president some time ago, he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. So why will he be hounding, trying to punish somebody who also have the same mind, just that it is not yet. So we're looking at what Showore said. Please, hold Showore, not me. For his word, I mean. Let nobody come here to curse me. We are looking at what Showore said. And Nnamdi Kanu has been tried in every court in Nigeria. Okay, he has been tried in the courts of Nigeria. And the court declared that based on how he was brought in, the kidnap, that he cannot be tried. And if you want to accuse him for the other time, he has some days to go to appear in court in Abuja. That was in 2017 or so. But the army, in the name of Operation Crocodile Smile Abi Python Dance, invaded his house. And it was said he ran for his life. I think they should have blamed the army for not allowing him to go to court. Instead, invaded his house. And so Showore wondered why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer should be applying for bail. And like he said, there are people who has done worse things in Nigeria. We have seen them. That they are moving free. Some have not even been invited for questioning. Then some were taken and released shortly. That is what Sorole is saying. That people have done worse things, but because this guy is an Igbo man. So, there is what we should note. For those who are selling Boyebo, 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 I want to let you know too that they are stepping on your pride. Yes, like I said, I am not in support of whatever Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB is doing. I could like some things, I may not be comfortable with something because I'm human. And I understand that Nnamdi Kanu is not perfect. But then, there are certain things that could be done. You can join in doing that thing, but you don't know that you are mocking yourself. Yes. Sometimes you could be mocking yourself, but you don't know. Keep in there, keep in there. Oh, keep in there. You join other ethnicities. Keep in there. Be a fraud. That is what we hear. You are mocking yourself. Nigeria should do the right thing. We want equal right and justice. And let me not say peace. I don't normally say peace. Because if you have equal right and justice, things are balanced. Equity, equal right and justice. Because in the name of peace, you claim peace. Does the other person want peace? You think you are doing Nnamdi Kanu. That is what I'm explaining. Whatever Sowore said, that all that is being done to Nnamdi Kanu was because he is Igbo. Now let me tell you, I don't know who are those behind whatever is happening in the Southeast, and I'm not in support. Now, when I tell you, now this is me now, and this is the view of many too in the Southeast. I want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. There are many reasons I want him to be released, but let me give you one. Security situation in the Southeast heightened, became worse simply because he was being held. Now, if you want the calm to return to the region, you know what to do. You are not doing it for him. You are doing it for the number. Do you know how many people that have died since he's been held? So look at that. You could say you want to hold him, but what is the impact of further holding him, further keeping him in detention in the Southeast region? So if it's for that single reason, then let him get out of, be free from detention so that peace will return to the region. Some of the times things are not done by force. I kept saying this. You don't achieve everything by force. You achieve it through diplomacy. Through, many people are talking about political solution. America went to Afghanistan. They sacked Taliban. But who is in power now? Same Taliban. Stronger than when they were sacked. All of the weapons given to Afghan to keep Taliban off are now in the hands of Taliban. So they are more equipped. You don't achieve everything by force. Go to the drawing table. This is also an advice for the federal government of Nigeria. You can't achieve it all by force. Negotiations. Call these people. What do you want? Make attempt at solving the problem rather than trying to escalate it. This is just what I have for you now. I'm done. Bye-bye.